Montclair. The Mounties with Ponton, Terrence Garrison, and Corey Higgins, the fullback. Ponton will pass this time, complete. Far side of the field, and they'll be close to the first down. Terrence Garrison out of the backfield makes the reception, his 12th catch of the year.
And you'll see that a lot, Glenn. Garrison was their 4th leading receiver, and the 3 kids in front of him are all terrific players, Sudavar, Marriott, and Curry. And I think Montclair has to mix it up. Obviously, they can't just throw long to Curry. They have to mix up the run and the short swing pass, and we'll see if they get the first down here.
7:18 left, first quarter. They'll stretch the chains to see if Montclair picked up the first down. They're going to be just a little bit shy. Lamont Ponton, the 5'11", 160-pound senior quarterback, told Steve Tober this week he wants to play professionally. He didn't specify the quarterback position, but watching him play against Morris Knowles last week, he has many outstanding qualities as a QB, and guiding the Mounties to that semifinal win over Morris Knowles. About half a yard to go for Montclair, so it's a third down coming up. Bray with the big hit on first down, and then Ponton completing the pass to Garrison just moments ago. 7:12 now left first quarter. Randolph 7, Montclair nothing. First down Montclair and more. Nearly breaking loose the fullback Higgins. He needs 47 yards coming into the game to reach 1,000 for the year. So that's always nice if you have a pair of backs that rush for 1,000 yards. It's nice enough if you have one that can do it, but to have 2, that's rather remarkable.
And the Higgins story is rather special, Glenn. He sat out the entire year last year, as I said, for academic problems, and he's come back to have a banner junior season.
Jason Curry this time wide to the right, Steve. As Montclair works 1st and 10, again it's Higgins. The junior carries it inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. Kevin Bray, who doubles with Justin Malinchak as linebackers out of that 6'2" for Randolph. Again on the stop. 2nd down and 6. Ball spotted at the 40-yard line. Ponton play action and looking long, and he hits Perry over the middle. Curry over the middle, Jason Curry. And Curry, who did a lot of damage last week, catching 2 touchdown passes, including one of the sensational version against Morris Knowles, and a big play for Montclair.
What a nice pass. Pinpoint passing there by Lamont Ponton, Glenn. He dropped back, had a good deep drop, and Curry ran a super pattern over the middle, and Shabe came in for the tackle, but a little late. Finally thrown ball there by Ponton.
Well, one thing Ponton said to you during the week is that the thing that he worked on mostly was quick feet during the offseason. He had to quicken the feet, and that was evident there as he got back extremely fast to set up for that completion over the middle to Curry. Higgins on the carry, short yardage for Montclair. They are now knocking on the door, trailing 7-0. Chip Thomas, right defensive end, in on the stop for Randolph.
Chip Thomas, the one young man who switches with Doran, going one way, the other 10 players going both ways for the Randolph Rams.
Thomas came up big against Union last week. Union not successful in running the ball up the middle. From behind, Mitchell grabs Higgins, drags him backwards. 3rd down.
Big play by Mitchell, and he's a young man we've liked all season long, Glenn. We saw him against East Orange, we saw him against Roxbury. He impressed us both times. Just a junior and one of the outstanding linemen in Morris County this year.
And a timeout has been called. Montclair at the Randolph 15-yard line. 1-yard gain by Higgins thanks to the defensive stop
Glenn,
by Dave Mitchell.
It's interesting, Glenn. Montclair goes to the sideline during timeouts, which is an unusual way of doing a football timeout. They will go rally with their coaches on the far sideline. Usually teams will come, the coaches will come out to the field, but it's the opposite with Montclair.
Well, one reason they may do that, I remember last week there was some objection from the Morris Knowles sideline that Montclair had more than a couple of assistants in the huddle, and apparently there's a rule that states you can only have a limited amount of coaches in the huddle on the field.
Yeah, Montclair will do it, though, on many occasions with the team going to the sidelines, both offensively and defensively. Let's see, it's a big play right here, 3rd down.
5 yards to go to pick up the first, 15 yards for the touchdown with 5:05 to go first quarter. Lamont Ponton calls the signals, fakes the handoff, looking to throw, does, and it's incomplete as Eric Shea broke that pass up intended for Jason Curry. Shea, who came up with a big interception against Union last week, makes another outstanding defensive play.
And that might be a difference from last week, Glenn, in the sense that Randolph's 2 deep guys, Groh and Shea, both have good height, and they can defend receivers such as Marriott, who goes about 6'4", Curry's about 6'3.5". They have a little bit better chance than Morris Knowles did defending that pass.
Higgins brings in a play from the sidelines for Montclair as Garrison goes out. Jason Curry, primary target for Ponton, wide right, Shea on the coverage. 4th down, Montclair going for it. Again, play action, flag on the play, and again Shea breaks up the pass intended for Curry. But let's check out the yellow marker and see who it will be signaled against. If it's against Montclair, it'll be Randolph football.
It looked like the fullback Higgins moved, Glenn, before the snap of the football, and I'm sure Randolph will decline and take the football back over.
And the Randolph crowd applauding. Yes, penalty decline. Randolph gets it back. The last time they had the football, they drove 65 yards in 10 plays for the touchdown. The Duran 2-yard run. And with a Groh extra point, it's Randolph 7, Montclair nothing. Now 4:56 remaining in the first quarter. Mike Groh, number 13, to Malinchak. That's been the favorite play, the sweep to the left with Malinchak cutting back to the inside. This time the Mounties smell it out and they make the play. Little gain as Darrow Patterson, the 5'9" junior, one of the few small members of that Mounties squad.
And Glenn, this is an awfully big defensive series for Montclair. This could dictate how the tempo of this game goes from here on in the first half at least.
All right, Steve, no gain for Malinchak on 1st down, so 2nd and 10 for Groh and the Rams. Another short pickup. So 3rd and long coming up for Randolph. Today's high school state championship game between Montclair and Randolph made possible through help of support from Venerini Super Deli on Main Street in Boonton. They don't just make sandwiches, they build them. Stop by Venerini Super Deli on Main Street in Boonton. You can stop by after the game or whenever. The Venerini brothers and the whole family operate in that place. And we love them here at Salmons. Groh back to pass, looking long and incomplete. Wilson, the intended receiver, held in the defensive secondary by Gary Sistrunk, and Randolph will get a 1st down via the penalty.
And that's something that really hasn't happened to Montclair this year, Glenn. Afkin Matthews was also around Wilson on that play. I was a little surprised that he threw the flag. There was really no way for Wilson to catch the ball, but then again, if he was pushed with the ball in the air, it is pass interference, and this could be a big break for Randolph. We'll have to wait and see.
No question, from our vantage point, Wilson was not going to catch up with that pass, but perhaps the fact that he was held by Sistrunk or Matthews made it impossible for him to get to the spot where Groh threw it. Regardless, Randolph has it 1st and 10. The ball at the 30-yard line with 3:45 left in the quarter, and Randolph with the 7-0 lead. Duran in motion. He gets the handoff. No, he doesn't. It's Barrett. Barrett loose in the secondary and finally brought down by Afkin Matthews. Randolph another 1st down.
What a beautifully executed play, Glenn. A little counter action. Barrett coming up the middle, and Montclair's defense thrown off totally, thinking Duran had the football, and a big pickup for the Rams, who have the offense in gear once again.
Support for this championship game also brought to you by Fast Cash for Cars. Call 1-800-695-SELL. Randolph 1st and 10. Malinchak, the fullback, grabbed by the ankles, maybe picks up 1. 2nd down coming up for the Rams. Fast Cash for Cars. They'll buy your car with cold hard cash and no hassles. Call Fast Cash for Cars at 1-800-695-SELL with 3:06 left first quarter. Glenn Crook, Steve Tober at Woodman Field in Montclair, where the Mounties trail Randolph 7-0.
And so far, Glenn, the crowd doesn't really seem into this game. We'll see what will happen. It seems a pretty quiet crowd for about 12,000.
Grow, lots of pressure, bobbles the ball, hits his foot, big scramble. Let's see who has it. We're awaiting the indication. Montclair seems to think they have it. So does their crowd. And yes, the Mounties recover the Mike Grove fumble. They're in Randolph territory at the Ram 47-yard line. First turnover of the game.
I don't know if I have premonition or what, Glenn, but I'm saying get the crowd into it, and there's a fumble on the next play. Montclair recovers. I mean, I think it's taking the crowd in both teams a little bit to get into this game. Of course, Randolph offensively looking strong, but Montclair, this could be the break they need. We'll have to wait and see.
Give credit to the pressure of the Montclair defensive line. Grove forced out of the pocket and forced to run with it, and Randolph makes the error and making the run, Terrence Garrison, and he tried to juke his way through the Randolph tacklers but could not after a 3-yard pickup. A rare error by the Randolph offense. Woody Lucas, Mike Barrett, they got the primary hit on Garrison. Garrison, though, is forward progress down to the Randolph 43, so a pickup of 4, second down and 6 with under 2 minutes remaining, first quarter. There he is, Curry, wide to the right, number 81. Ponton, hands to the fullback, Higgins, stacked up by Garrick Wilson, number 81, and a host of others, John Bauer Jr. and the Randolph defense. They pride themselves in playing defense as a team. They will swarm to the football. 2-yard pickup, 3rd and 4.
And Glenn, 3rd and 4, do you pass or do you run here? Montclair has ran the ball fairly well, and meanwhile the passing game has not quite gotten into sync outside of that one reception by Curry. We'll see.
Working out of the eye with Higgins and Garrison. Garrison, the tailback. Here's the throw, complete. Brian Marriott, second leading receiver for Montclair, picks up the first down. Bray and Grow made the stop. Brian Marriott, his 21st reception of the year, and the Mounties deeper in Randolph territory trying to get on the board. They trail 7-0.
And Marriott has pretty good speed for a tight end. He scored on a 75-yard touchdown pass against Bloomfield in the season opener and outran a defender, so he's got speed as well as Curry and Sudabar.
First down play for Perry. Check that Ponton, the quarterback, handing to Garrison. Garrison, the workhorse. Came into the game 155 carries, 1,007 yards. Pete Sedaris stopped him after a 4-yard pickup. That's second down and 6. Montclair sets up again out of the eye. Fake to the fullback, over the middle, behind the intended receiver, Marriott. He was all alone. If Ponton had led him, it could have been 6. Grow came up from his free safety spot a little bit late.
And Glenn, Ponton, an errant throw there. I think if he had taken a little bit more time, he could have still pinpointed the pass to Marriott because Brian was wide open.
So 3rd and 6 instead of a big play for Montclair. Marriott 6'4", 210. Sudavar 6'3", 170. Curry 6'3", 210. Those are the receivers for Montclair. Garrison around right end. Grow, Mitchell, Malinchak, Shabe, all there for Randolph along with Kevin Bray. Short of the first down, 4th and 4, and that'll do it. First quarter of play. So 12 minutes gone by in this North Jersey Section 2 Group 4 State Championship game, and it's Randolph 7 and Montclair nothing. We'll return with more championship football on SCA TV3 Scholastic Sports Sunday right after this. Randolph 7, Montclair nothing. Here comes the first play of the second quarter. It's a 4th and 4 for the Mounties. Ponton looking, completing.